6 o'clock here on this Monday morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. Let's get over to Jenny Power now as we continue to track the Spokane area fires. Jenny, the smoke's still a problem for us, so tell us more about the air quality and why we're calling for this weather impact alert. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. Taking a look across the region, we are experiencing these widespread air quality alerts that actually are going to be in place here until further notice. So a look at some of those details. We are experiencing unhealthy air quality right now in Spokane County, as well as out just west of the Spokane County area, and particularly up toward Omak, Brewster, and much of the Okanagan Valley. That's where we're experiencing some of the worst air quality. But we've actually been between good and moderate down on the Palouse, so some slight improvements there further south. But we'll be under this weather impact alert for the day today, because when we reach unhealthy levels, that's when it impacts everyone. So you are advised to limit your time outdoors. We're seeing that smoke and haze over the Spokane skyline this morning. 58 degrees is your current temperature, as it is continuing to be a dry forecast here for the day today. Winds light out of the south-southeast near 7 miles per hour sustained. A look at other current conditions across the region. We're in the low 60s for Coeur d'Alene, upper 50s for Moses Lake, with some mid to upper 40s for Pullman and Moscow, as well as Sandpoint. So we'll watch this as we move forward. Temperatures are going to be near our average coming up here. A look at some of the smoke and haze, though. We're going to usher in a bit more from the west this afternoon. The full timing of this in just a few minutes.
I was really eager to come here. I was supposed to come home a week ago. So it feels really good to finally be able to come home today. It's just not how I imagined. So it was a beautiful place. It still is.
It was an emotional weekend for some as they return to what is left of their home. Sadly, we know more than 900 structures have burned. Many of them were homes. Crews were able to downgrade the majority of the evacuation orders, and this is a look at the latest evacuation map here. You can see the majority of it is now green. The areas, though, in red, still under that level 3 go now evacuation. That means they cannot return home quite yet. Firefighters and other emergency crews are still working in those areas, and as people do return home, leaders want people to know that safety is the top priority.
We want you to go home, but we want you to be safe when you go home. Take your time. Look before you clean. And when you encounter something you're not sure is safe, stop and get help. There's a lot of help.
If you are returning home, the Red Cross says to be mindful of the ash. It can be extremely dangerous for you to breathe in. They do have kits for people impacted. It includes N95 masks as well as eye and feet protection. And for some families, this is the first time in a week that they've been able to check in on their houses in person. We have Evan Watson live near Indian Trail Elementary School. So Evan, what are you seeing this morning as people are walking back into the neighborhood? Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you as well. We're starting to see some activity here, including behind me, a tree service company that just rolled up a couple of minutes ago, working on some of these homes that have been very sadly devastated by these fires. Over here to this side, you can see some of the devastation in this neighborhood as we're right on the cusp of that area where people have been let in, and then further down this neighborhood, people can't return. We are seeing a bit of a return to the regular patterns of life for some families, as last night was the first night they could sleep in their beds again. Others walking down the street this morning, and then of course others not able to return to their homes. On this side of the street, you can see the dichotomy here of just how fine these margins are. Neighbors have placed flowers and donation signs in the yard with some writing hope and love in chalk on the sidewalk. And I've also talked with people in the last couple of days, including a father. We're a couple blocks away from Indian Trail Elementary here, who's talking about how difficult that is when it comes to knowing that neighbors and people in their community are experiencing different types of loss and different levels of devastation in the scope of, as they work in the aftermath here. We also talked with a resident who found a priceless treasure in the rubble.
I still can't believe it, but this is a ring that my mom gave me when I was probably like 18 years old or so. And we found it in that pile. And I found my T-wrench from my climbing wall also. So 2 like treasures to keep with me.
Officials stress there is still a need for caution in this area when it comes to looking at structural repairs, perhaps electrical damage or gas line damage, to take caution, especially if people are returning to areas of devastation. This also further down this hillside over here is still in the level 3 evacuation go now order, whereas that's over that way down this hillside versus this side, and where we're standing right now is the area where families are returning back to. We've seen people driving in and out of their homes this morning, coming to grips with this new reality as they enter today. Evan Watson, reporting for KREM 2 News.
Fire crews say over the weekend there was no new growth on the Spokane Area Fires. It's still sitting at just under 10,000 acres. This means they managed to increase their containment levels. So here's a look at where containment stands for each of them. The Autumn Lane fire is 73% contained, while both the Old Trails and Fairview fires are 53% contained. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is asking people to avoid the area around the Spokane County Fairgrounds. This is to help with traffic as firefighters go back and forth from the Incident Command Center. You are asked to avoid the area you see here highlighted in red between 7:30 and 8:30, both in the morning and the evening. This is near East Broadway and North Havana Streets by the fairgrounds. Today, Washington Governor Bob Ferguson and Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown are expected to hold a press conference this afternoon. They will give updates on the state's and the local response to the wildfires. The meeting is happening at City Hall at 1:15 p.m. You can watch that live update on KREM 2 on the KREM 2 app on your TV or phone. We are tracking a wildfire burning near Malden. The Whitman County Sheriff's Office says evacuations have been lowered to level 2 get set for the city of Malden and level 1 get ready for Rosalia. The fire started on Saturday. So far, the fire has grown to more than 1,800 acres. We know at least 4 structures have been burned. This is the same community devastated by the 2020 fires that destroyed most of the town of Malden. Intense flames caught on camera by our crews near Colfax over the weekend. Take a look. A train trestle caught fire on Saturday night. It was burning along the Palouse River. One day later, the train trestle collapsed. Crews on scene say they had some close calls, but all the homes survived and thankfully no one was hurt. Homeowners around the area should be careful.
The biggest thing is making sure that there's not fuels up against your house that fire can get into and spread into your home.
Right now, the cause is under investigation. The Whitman County Sheriff's Office is asking people to stay away from the area as crews work on cleanup. With so much destruction and heartache right now in our community, we've launched the Help to Northwest campaign. It's a partnership between KREM, the American Red Cross, and Rosars. You can help out and donate right now by using this QR code on your screen. You can visit our website, krem.com, and click on the Help to Northwest link. It goes right to the Red Cross, and we want to say a big thank you. Together, we've raised more than $360,000 for the Red Cross.